Roll down the window, I need some air. Blasting the music, they stare. I'll get me diamonds, hey baby, I care. Too much about it, I dare. You to try me, homie, listen here, there. All that you do is just stare.
Welcome to Raw is Rollins, and still the WWE undisputed champion, Seth freaking Rollins. I am here because I want to make an announcement like a real champion. I look good, and I am ready for anything and anyone, and that is because I am Seth freaking Rollins.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another great episode of Raw in here tonight. That is right, we are seeing the winner of Saturday night's main event and still your WWE Universal Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And the crowd is going crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins versus Gunther at Saturday night's main event was an absolute banger of a match, ladies and gentlemen.
Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion,
and the crowd singing along with the song of Seth Rollins here tonight on Raw. And Seth Rollins soaking it all in, ladies and gentlemen, like the true champion that he is here tonight on Raw. Seth Rollins feels at home. All right, and Seth Rollins grabs
tonight. Punk ain't here, and I'm feeling great. So if anyone back there has any balls, then get your ass out here. I am ready for a fight.
Oh yeah, we like that. We like that, and the crowd is hyped, ladies and gentlemen. And who is it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen? No way is that. And it is the best kept secret, ladies and gentlemen. Penta is here. Cero Miedo running wild on Raw here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Penta making his debut. And the crowd loving Penta here tonight.
From Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
And Penta, ladies and gentlemen, has fought in Mexico and throughout the whole world, ladies and gentlemen, and now he makes it to the mountaintop of the business, and here he is. And this match is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. Penta making his debut here tonight on Raw against Seth freaking Rollins. And we know this is going to be a banger. And now Penta, ladies and gentlemen, and Seth Rollins lock it up. And Penta overpowering Seth, putting him in the corner. Oh, and Penta blocked that one, ladies and gentlemen, and now Penta on the attack towards Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen, in here tonight. And now Seth gets pushed back by Penta, and Penta with the Hurricanrana, ladies and gentlemen, onto Seth frickin' Rollins. And Penta quickly with the kicks, but no, Seth Rollins stopped him just in time, and now both again. Both men lock in here tonight. And now Penta locking it in from the back, ladies and gentlemen. What is he gonna do as Seth Rollins tries to escape, and he does. And now Seth Rollins looking to choke out Penta here tonight on his debut, making him tap out or pass out. Oh, and look at Penta, ladies and gentlemen, returning it with the lock. He switched it around, and the crowd is loving what they are seeing. Oh, now Seth Rollins switches it around for Penta. Good old classic lucha libre wrestling going on, ladies and gentlemen, and the crowd is in it. Penta has many fans throughout the whole world, ladies and gentlemen, and he sure does have a lot of fans here tonight as well. And just chopping it away on the chest of Seth Rollins, and you know that has to hurt for Seth because he was getting chopped by Gunther real bad on Saturday night's main event. That is right. And Penta still doing major damage onto Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. Some will say this is taking advantage of, but no, he is not, ladies and gentlemen. A match is a match, and you gotta be ready for it. And by the way, Seth Rollins issued this challenge, so if he's not doing so well in it, boy, that's not his fault, man. He was just off a brutal matches against Gunther, and here tonight, I mean, he has a tough opponent by the name of Penta. Oh, and Seth Rollins over him and taking him down, and now with that somersault off the freaking middle rope, and now going for a cover, and no. Penta crawling to the corner, ladies and gentlemen. And a big boot to the face by Penta, and a big kick connected to the jaw of Rollins. And Rollins kicked out, ladies and gentlemen. Penta looking for a new strategy to take him down, and he's going to start running it back, ladies and gentlemen. And now Seth Rollins sent Penta to the corner, ladies and gentlemen, and what is he going to do? Now trying to work the leg of Penta here. Trying to make him slow down and lose his ability of the fast movement that he has. And another big kick to the jaw. And now Penta, ladies and gentlemen, looking to fly here tonight. And a swanton bomb to the outside, landing on Seth Rollins. And now Seth Rollins laying flat on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Penta has Rollins over the shoulders. No way, and onto the freaking barricade. Oh, and what is Penta looking to do, ladies and gentlemen? High reward here tonight. And Penta here tonight, styling and profiling like Ric Flair would say, ladies and gentlemen. But Penta, what is he looking to do next? He's running the ropes and over the top, and no. Miscalculated that landing, ladies and gentlemen, and Seth Rollins quickly picking up whatever is left of Penta. And Penta moving out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Such a brutal kick here tonight. A lot of brutal kicks to the jaw of Seth Rollins, and I'm surprised that he has not gotten knocked out yet. And Penta taking down Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen, doing a good job here tonight. Oh, now look at Seth with that roll up here tonight. And Penta quickly turns it over and goes for the cover. And no, Rollins was able to kick out right on two. And now Penta sent Rollins to the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, what is he thinking of doing? And Rollins put Penta in the corner instead. Has him up and no. And Seth Rollins moved just in time. And Seth Rollins sends him to the corner. And Penta with the Hurricanrana from the top rope. Oh my gosh. And Seth Rollins still in and his adrenaline kicking in here tonight. Putting a quick stop onto the reign of Penta here tonight, but Penta moves out. Oh, and Seth Rollins, what is he looking to do? Goes to the middle rope. Middle turnbuckle and no. Penta moving in just in time. And now looking to connect with the Penta driver onto Rollins. And no, Penta was not able to get the win here tonight on his debut on Raw. And now Penta picks up Rollins. Penta heading towards the back, lays a punch. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, he's gonna go for it, and he does. Penta driver for the second time. Can he get the cover and win this match on his debut? And he does.
Here is your winner,
Penta with the defining moment here tonight on his debut, winning against Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen, already making a statement. Penta has a bright future ahead of him.
Chelsea, every time me and you have shared the ring together, you always leave me speechless. You got talent, and I recognize that. And I reckon that it goes unnoticed. Tonight, as you may have heard from Adam Pearce, me and you will share the ring once again. At Saturday night's main event, you proved a point, and I saw it.
As we continue with more action here tonight in the War Zone, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. Rhea Ripley is making her way to the ring right now. A star-studded show here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Action that you do not want to miss out on. And here tonight, Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea
Ripley has been liking what she's been seeing in Chelsea Green, ladies and gentlemen. She's got the heart of a fighter. And here tonight, she said she wanted Chelsea Green in a one-on-one here tonight once again. And just remember, guys, we did see them at Saturday night's main event. Rhea Ripley issued an open challenge to anybody, just an open challenge match in the non-title. And guess who stepped up? Chelsea Green. And here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, she took that high risk, and she's going to get a high reward here tonight by going up against Rhea Ripley again. And Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen, holding that title high for quite some time. Tough luck with the Judgment Day. They did lose their Raw Tag Team champions. Dominic Mysterio lost his United States champion. And Rhea Ripley is the only one that remains with the champion in the Judgment Day. And now here tonight, making her way to the ring, Chelsea and Piper.
By Piper Niven from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green.
A lot of people booing Chelsea Green, ladies and gentlemen. They are a fan of her, but we do not know why she gets booed here tonight. Maybe because she took a loss at Saturday night's main event. We do not know. And now Chelsea looks ready for this match, ladies and gentlemen. She looks ready to fight. And now let this match continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let this match start. And Chelsea, oh no, and the spear through the ropes. And Chelsea, where is she going? She's trying to hide behind that LED. Oh, she's trying to hide behind the LED post, and now she's running away. Now that Rhea is chasing her. And she goes back into the ring, and she exits the other way. Chelsea Green playing mind games here tonight with Rhea Ripley. And look at Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen, quickly fighting her way out of that here tonight. And Chelsea moving out of the way, avoiding that double drop kick by Rhea Ripley. Oh, and Chelsea with the freaking elbow drop from the top, and now Jessica Carr goes for the cover. And now we see Chelsea go for another cover here tonight, and nothing. And now look at Rhea Ripley having Chelsea Green over her shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. And now Chelsea doing damage to the arm of Rhea Ripley. And the third time was not a charm because she gets taken out by Rhea Ripley. And now Rhea Ripley. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Chelsea dodges that one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and Chelsea gets sent to the freaking barricade. Now Rhea Ripley puts Chelsea Green back into the ring. On Rhea Ripley and Chelsea Green going at it back and forth here tonight with some heavy hitting action, and the crowd is loving this. And I think that just angered Rhea Ripley more, and now she has full control of this match. And Chelsea Green quickly, with the move that her husband made famous here tonight. Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green in separate divisions, in separate brands, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at Chelsea pointing at Rhea Ripley. Oh, and the elbow drop right to the back of Rhea Ripley. And now Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen, has Chelsea over the shoulders, and down she goes. And Rhea Ripley goes for the cover. Can she get the win over Chelsea Green? As she does.
Here is your winner, Rhea Ripley.
And Rhea Ripley with an astonishing win here tonight over Chelsea Green for the second time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raw has been spectacular lately, and the road to WrestleMania keeps getting better every week the more we approach it. Tonight, it's an honor to say that new women's tag team champions will be in action here tonight. Tonight, it's going to be the Unholy Union versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
As we continue with more action, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on Raw. That is right. We're going to be seeing the new women's tag team champions, the Unholy Union, facing off against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, the Unholy Union.
And a lot of people will question the way they won those titles. But you know, it was a count out. The champions were on the line either way. And both women were on the ground outside. The count was at 10. Both women were in the ring, so both women won. SmackDown was trying to make a little hassle of it, saying that, hey, you know, they got a rematch and this and that. They're not winning anything. But then Raw, you know, came in and said, hey, we need to work on something. They worked on something, and here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Unholy Union making their debut on Raw. And now here comes, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Bliss.
And their opponents, first.
And for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair will be making a one-of-a-kind partnership here tonight, and they will be teaming up for one night only here tonight on Raw. You know what? I already have a few names that we're going to call this duo for tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting, and here she comes. Charlotte Flair. And arriving into a sea of boos and cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair making her way into Raw here tonight. Charlotte Flair teaming up with Alexa Bliss for the very first time here on Raw. And they're going to be taking on the new Women's Tag Team Champions, the Unholy Union. It's actually good to see the Women's Tag Team Champions actually come to Raw. The past Tag Team Champions, they have been mostly staying at SmackDown for some weird reason. Maybe they don't like Raw. You know, it's good to see that these new Tag Team Champions are fighting Tag Team Champions. And here tonight, they are in the War Zone, and they will be facing off against Charlexa. And now let's get this matchup started, ladies and gentlemen. This tag team match here tonight. Ooh, and Alba Fire. I should say Isla Dawn, not Alba Fire. Ooh, quickly with some slaps onto Alexa Bliss. And now Isla Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, laying the SmackDown. And Isla Dawn making her way out of that one in here tonight with a drop kick onto Alexa Bliss. And now Isla Dawn has Alexa Bliss over the shoulders, and down she goes. And a big kick to the back of Alexa. And doing major damage to the arm of Bliss here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and just absolutely dominating this matchup here tonight. There's no other way to say it or put it. Oh, but now here tonight, Alexa looking for redemption, trying to fight back on Isla Dawn.
Tag was made.
And now Charlotte Flair makes the tag, ladies and gentlemen, and a big boot to the face of Isla Dawn. Oh, now look at Charlotte Flair, ladies and gentlemen, overpowering Isla Dawn here tonight with the power bomb. And now Isla Dawn looking for the cover, but no. And now Isla Dawn getting back up here tonight. It's all or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Now Isla Dawn sends Charlotte Flair to the corner, ladies and gentlemen. What does she plan on doing? Oh, now Charlotte Flair, ladies and gentlemen, looking for the submission hold on Isla Dawn. And Isla Dawn with some brutal freaking elbows to the face of Charlotte. And now Isla Dawn has Charlotte in her corner, and now she tags in Alba Fire. And now Alba Fire, oh my goodness! With such brutality here tonight, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn have the upper hand in this match, I gotta say that. And Charlotte Flair tagging Alexa Bliss back into the match, and Alexa Bliss moved out just in time. And what is Alexa looking to do, ladies and gentlemen, from all the way over there, and she lands it. And now Alexa tagging in Charlotte Flair back into the picture. Oh, and Charlotte Flair ends up on the outside instead. She was going for a big boot onto Alba Fire, but it failed successfully. And now Alba Fire and Isla Dawn put Charlotte Flair in the corner once again. And now Alba Fire just plotting on Charlotte here tonight. And now Isla Dawn makes it back into the picture, ladies and gentlemen, and down she goes. And down goes Alexa, ladies and gentlemen. And now Isla Dawn, what is she looking to do? And no, Charlotte Flair returns it with the clothesline onto Isla Dawn. Oh, now what is oh my goodness. And Charlotte Flair looking to put an end to this right away. And no, Alba Fire comes in for the save. And Charlotte Flair makes the tag onto Isla Dawn. Charlotte Flair makes the tag onto Alexa. And Isla Dawn quickly stalking Alexa Bliss here tonight. And I think Isla Dawn is looking to put this away quickly and quietly, ladies and gentlemen. Can they do it? And no. Alexa Bliss still kicking now, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd is loving the action, and Alexa moves in just in time. Now Alexa sends Isla Dawn to the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, now what is Isla Dawn looking to do? Oh! I think this is it for Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen. Down goes Charlotte Flair. What is Isla Dawn looking to do? And yep, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Count the ref. And the Unholy Union are your winners.
Here are your winners.
I do gotta say that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss do make a good tag team, ladies and gentlemen. They put up an incredible fight up against the Unholy Union, and I gotta say that's awesome.
Now that those punks are no longer tag team champions, now it's our turn to dominate WWE Raw. My bloodline is in full effect, And tonight, Angel and Berto don't stand a chance against him. I am not Roman Reigns. What I say happens, and what I want, I take. I will say this now. Raw will belong to my family tree. And any current champion watching, just know I am watching you.
As we continue with more action here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We are seeing right Solo Sikoa here tonight, making his way to the ring. We are going to see the new bloodline, ladies and gentlemen, and here they come. The new Raw Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is a
And
tag
Jacob
team match set
Fatu.
for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Jacob Fatu at a combined weight of 689 pounds. Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga, the Bloodline.
The new bloodline of WWE, ladies and gentlemen, in here tonight. I feel sorry for Angel and Berto, ladies and gentlemen, because these men were able to beat Finn Balor and Damian Priest to the point that they're not even here tonight. Jacob Fatu got signed by TNA, ladies and gentlemen, and Solo Sikoa was there at TNA. He said that he was there to collect something that was his, and that something had the name of Jacob Fatu, who is also the X Division Championship. And now here we await the arrival of Angel and Berto. And now we await the arrival of Angel and Berto.
Angel, Electro Lopez, and Berto, the Nasty Boys.
Angel and Berto going by new names, ladies and gentlemen, the Nasty Boys here tonight. Why? Because these guys do not play by the rules, ladies and gentlemen, and their new manager, Electra, here tonight. She is one heck of a manager, talent, a superstar here tonight. And Angel and Berto here tonight, ready for some action. They've always never get the good end of the stick, ladies and gentlemen. But here tonight, I mean, I really don't have high hopes for these men. Why? Because they got the whole bloodline across from them. Oh, and quickly, Tonga Loa with the spear onto Berto. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Tonga Loa with some brutal elbows and forearms. Oh, I think he was trying to throw a punch at Angel, but he got to remember that Angel's not the tag team partner. It's Berto. And now Jacob Fatu distracting Berto, ladies and gentlemen. Tonga Loa seizing the opportunity here tonight. And now Tonga Loa sent Berto to the corner, ladies and gentlemen. And now Tongaloa, ladies and gentlemen, picks up Berto once again. Ooh. Tongaloa making his debut at Saturday night's main event and winning tag team gold alongside with Tama Tonga. And now Berto goes for the cover, ladies and gentlemen. And no, he was not successful at that, ladies and gentlemen. When he missed a whole punch by like a foot. And now Berto takes down Tongaloa. Oh, and Angel excavated that one really quick. And Angel, I should say, moved really quick. I don't know what I was thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. And now look at Tama Tonga going to the top rope. And landing on Angel, ladies and gentlemen. And now Angel put Tama Tonga in the corner and no. Tama moved out just in time. Oh, now look at this back and forth action here tonight on Raw. And Angel, oh my goodness. Angel laying a beating onto Tama Tonga, but Tama Tonga is changing lanes really quick here tonight. And now Tama Tonga sent Angel to the other side of the ring. And for what? We're about to find out. Tama Tonga, ladies and gentlemen, continues to brutally beat Angel here tonight. And now Angel rolling out of harm's way, ladies and gentlemen, but Tama Tonga landing right on top of him. And he should have rolled out the other way because the bloodline is literally right there. And now look at Tama Tonga. Has Angel over the shoulders. Oh my goodness. And the cutter right to the freaking mat. And Angel Garza quickly returning the damage onto Tama Tonga here tonight. And now Angel sent. Oh, and the bloodline quickly covers him up, make sure nobody or Angel gets across. Oh my goodness, and Tama Tonga quickly took him out. And Tama Tonga, ladies and gentlemen, goes for the cover and no. Angel kicking now and now tags in Berto about damn time. And Berto with the Mexican Destroyer quickly going for the cover. And no. Tama Tonga kicking out and Tongaloa making a save. And now what is Berto looking to do? Dragging the body of Tama. Tama moves out the way. And both men go at it for the move. And they both miss each other. And Berto with the back head with the slam to the back of the head. And now tags in Angel, ladies and gentlemen. What is Angel looking to do here tonight? Now locks it in with the leg. And Angel with the middle rope. Oh, now he's going to go from the middle to the top rope. And now what is he looking to do, ladies and gentlemen? And no. And Tama Tonga quickly spears Berto to the outside. Oh, and now Angel stopped that one. Oh, and Angel has Tama Tonga in a submission hold. Can Tama Tonga tap out here tonight, or will he break out? And now Tama Tonga has Angel, and Angel moves. And now Tama gets set, and never mind. He elbowed his way out of that one, but he missed that torpedo. And now he's sending him to his corner instead. Tags in Tongaloa. And now tag team action here tonight. And oh my goodness, over 10 feet in the air. Oh, now look at Tongaloa, ladies and gentlemen. Now has his eyes on Berto, and now he locks it in with Electra here tonight. Now he's arguing with both Electra and Berto. Oh, and now look at Tonga, ladies and gentlemen, locking it in with Berto onto the outside and right in front of Electra. Oh my gosh. And Tongaloa waiting for Angel to make it back into the ring. Oh, and Angel going for the cover, ladies and gentlemen. And now Tongaloa reversing it. Can he get it? And they do. And Solo Sikoa, ladies and gentlemen, acting like he was part of the match. But the Bloodline stands tall here tonight.
Well, I said what I said. I asked and I shall receive. Out of all the so-called young superstars, and that's who wins. Well, that's funny because I thought all of you were man enough to win. Well, that's all right with me, Stone Cold. I'll do what I do to everyone who steps in front of me, and that's claymore your head off your shoulders.
As we continue with the main event, ladies and gentlemen, of Raw.
Is scheduled for one fall, and is for the WWE United States Championship.
That is right, at Saturday night's main event. And here he comes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring in this championship match once again. He sees the opportunity at Saturday night's main event because Drew McIntyre had issued and had planned a 5-man gauntlet eliminator, and the winner was going to get a chance at Drew McIntyre's U.S. champion. And Stone Cold Steve Austin here tonight. Always, no matter where he's at in the world, he is loved by the fans. And here tonight, this match is going to be awesome. Drew McIntyre versus Stone Cold Steve Austin here tonight, live. And now here comes the current United States champion, ladies and gentlemen, the man who won this champion at the Elimination Chamber. And Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Walking in with the purpose, and that purpose is beating the life out of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, soaking it all in here tonight. And Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, was not at Saturday night's main event, but he was at the previous Saturday night's main event when he was in SmackDown, and he had faced off against Cody Rhodes in a Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight Champion. And this is a champion that they are going to be fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. The United States champion is being defended here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin ready for a fight.
His opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the WWE United States champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
And Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, also ready for a fight. Ever since Drew McIntyre won the U.S. champion, he has been booed, ladies and gentlemen. And now let's begin with the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Cold versus Drew McIntyre. Stone Cold not in the prime that he used to be, ladies and gentlemen, but he's still in his good condition here tonight. He has been proving it, ladies and gentlemen. In the back, he's been warming up all night for this match, getting ready, putting his mind that if he puts in the work here tonight, he might walk out with the U.S. champion. And now Stone Cold continues to lock that arm of Drew McIntyre, and I know Drew McIntyre is in immense pain here tonight. I think Stone Cold is trying to teach Drew McIntyre a lesson here tonight. Different eras, different generations, ladies and gentlemen. Fighting for one thing that has been going on for quite some time, the U.S. champion. And talking about U.S. champion, Stone Cold actually won the U.S. champion before he lost it to Dominic Mysterio. And now Drew McIntyre trying to choke the life And a big knee to the back of Stone Cold, and now Drew McIntyre feels in control. Now Stone Cold goes for the cover. Now Stone Cold showing resiliency, ladies and gentlemen, showing that he still got it. Oh, and a Luther press onto Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at Stone Cold looking to clock it in with a stunner, and he does. And now Drew McIntyre and Stone Cold goes for the cover, and Drew McIntyre kicks out. Barely kicking out, ladies and gentlemen. Drew McIntyre not even getting up after kicking out. Oh, now look at Stone Cold, ladies and gentlemen. And a running bulldog face first to the mat. And now Drew McIntyre crawling to the corner. And a headbutt by Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, sends him to the ropes. Oh my goodness, and just tossing him like a sack of potatoes, like he weighs nothing, ladies and gentlemen. That is a dangerous Drew McIntyre. And Drew chopping it away on the chest of Stone Cold. Now both men fighting it out, throwing punches, throwing everything that they got, and Drew McIntyre tosses Stone Cold Steve Austin like nothing for the second time. Oh no, he has him again in that position and tosses him for the third time. And Drew showing his immense power and strength that he still has, and a big boot to the face of Stone Cold. And now look at Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen, with the powerbomb onto Austin, and he goes for the cover. And a running bulldog by Stone Cold once again. And the crowd is loving this here tonight. Ooh, and quickly Drew McIntyre with the shoulder tackle. And a suplex by Drew McIntyre. And another suplex by Drew McIntyre, and Stone Cold gets up real quick. Now both men sharing blows back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, throwing punches and chops and slaps. Anything that they could throw, they will throw. And a big boot to top it off by Drew McIntyre. And another suplex. And now Drew McIntyre locks it in once again with another suplex. Ooh, and a big knee to the gut, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at Stone Cold going to the corner and eyeing Drew McIntyre from the back, takes him down. Oh no, and he stopped that one in a clothesline. And Drew McIntyre and Stone Cold catching him and making him land on the ropes. And now look at Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, with the big punch to the gut and the chop. Oh, now what is Stone Cold looking to do? And an axe handle from the back and the top, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and Stone Cold with the Luthes press onto Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. And he quickly goes for the cover. And new, ladies and gentlemen, he did it.
Here is your winner.
We have a new United States champion, ladies and gentlemen.
States champion, Stone Cold Steve.
What an incredible main event, ladies and gentlemen, and the return of Stone Cold Steve Austin once again reuniting with the U.S. champion that he lost. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching.